here. I'm just here. I just thought I would hang out with you guys, you know? I haven't done one of these in a couple of weeks. I think it's been like 3 weeks. As I have always said, I don't enjoy a schedule because I'm an artist. I'm Andy Warhol over here. Okay? I don't enjoy uh I don't like the idea of like every week, every Friday you can count on this guy, he's going to make a show. Maybe one day I'll get there. Maybe I'll build a whole studio and I will discuss things weekly, you know? But as it stands right now, I just like having entire weeks or entire years will go by where I don't look at YouTube, you know? You know what I did the other day? I walked for several hours. I did a nature walk. I put on a step tracker and I walked. I just walked. And when I came home, I didn't look at any screen or anything the whole time. I just walked. And then when I came home, I checked my steps and it was like a lot. It was a lot. It was over 10,000. So that's what I enjoy doing with my life. And I'm also the kind of guy that like I will walk on the treadmill and I will have nothing in my ears. I will have no music. I'll read a book and walk separately. I'll have a lot of periods in my life where I prefer to just the movie is inside here. The music is inside here. You get what I'm saying here? To my zero my zero viewers. um yeah, that's the downside of doing this is that because I just do it spur of the moment and I don't announce it, there's no build up for when I do this. You just have to catch it when you catch it. So when I do it and you see this guy's live, that's just what it is. What's up, Colton Browning? How's it going? See, this would not have happened if I announced it. I just like the idea of I go live and then random people will watch who I didn't know before. I didn't announce it. They didn't know I was going to do it. I didn't know I was going to do it. I'm just sitting, I'm just here, I'm just chilling. Shout out to Colton Browning. I see you in the chat there. Hello. Um, I'm just talking about how my life has been going lately. Um, been doing a lot of walking, enjoying the hot sunshine. I live in Toronto, so it's not a pleasant place to be for most of the year. So lately, it has been wonderful. Shout out to SpongeBob fan number 5. Does that mean that you are the 5th SpongeBob fan in the world in the history of SpongeBob fans? Or does that mean that SpongeBob fan 1234 was already taken when you made your username? What's up? SpongeBob fan is asking me what's up. Not much, man. I'm just chilling here. I'm gonna go see Disclosure Day later on tonight. Um, I've heard that it's not that good, but you know it's Spielberg. How bad can it be? I was just watching Poltergeist recently. He didn't direct that. Is this Colton Browning? I was working out so many times and I stopped. Fair enough, man. I when I work out, I don't really call it working out. I just walk, dude. I will walk and I go by the mileage on the treadmill or the steps on the watch. I will just walk for as long as, I like to build up the miles. So if it says 5 miles by the end of it, then I'm good. What about you? SpongeBob fan 5 asks. Oh, I'm from America, he says. Which part, bro? America? I got to tell you, it's tied with my uh Second favorite place. Canada and America tied. My number one favorite place is Holland. I would like to move there one day. But the problem is you have to revoke your citizenship if you move there. But yeah. Anyway, what part? Let me know if you hear or see this, SpongeBob fan. Why is there so many strange with no people, like there's so many people with 0 people in their stream, like how? I'll tell you why there's usually no people in my stream. It's because I had a YouTube channel. Like, if you check my about section, how long I've been doing this, it's been years, but I've had periods of time where I was like, it peaked and I was just putting out content like all the time. And then I just stopped and I wasn't taking it seriously. So I believe I have a lot of like subscribers and people that are, they followed the channel from like a decade ago who are like, they could be gone for all I know, you know? They could be dead. This is like I've had the channel since pre-COVID. So my guess is that who knows, maybe a bunch of people died in 2020. I don't know. And I've also noticed when I do a live on my phone, for some reason more people will watch. But when I do a live, like if you check my lives on my channel history thing, like when I sit down and I have a webcam and a microphone, nobody will watch those. I mean, like, no one will join the stream. People will watch them after. But I think when I do it on my phone, for some reason it shows up on everyone's page or whatever. I don't know. Not a technically savvy guy. So SpongeBob fan 5. I did not answer. I should answer now. What about you? Um as I said, I'm just chilling. I'm trying to enjoy the sun before it leaves us. That's what life is about in Canada. It's all about trying to enjoy the sun before it leaves you. You only have a short window of time to enjoy your life. It's not like we're in California where, I can just go outside with a t-shirt on, t-shirt on, I can jog, exposing my body to everyone, show off my gains. Life is not like that in Canada. So that's what I've been doing, just going for hikes, long ass walks. The other day, I went for a walk and I just aimlessly wander. I'm a big proponent of aimlessly wandering. If you call the workout a workout, there's too much pressure. But if you go for a walk with no set thing in mind, like the other day I was walking, right? And I don't want to be mean here, but I saw this chubby girl. She was jogging. Body parts were flipping around every which way. If you catch my drift. I wasn't looking, but because we're on the same trail, we pass by each other and I'm just seeing these body parts flopping around each way. And I can tell her goal for that day was to lose weight. Like she was like, I am going to lose this amount of weight and I'm going to run this amount of mileage. But theoretically, you can probably get more distance done walking than you can by like exerting yourself and just jogging and just pushing really hard. I know people say like when they're working out, they're like, "Oh, do it to lift weights to near failure or to exhaustion or something like that." But I think that's dumb. I just like to walk for like multiple hours, dude. Just straight up walk. Cuz you'll never, you sit in between miles, drink some water, think about life, think about where it all went wrong, and then you get up and you just walk, dude. You just walk. Just get some really comfortable shoes. Just get some 574s. New Balance 574s and just walk it out, dude. Just straight up walk it out. You can I don't know, I think it's a very therapeutic thing to walk, you know? Um anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah. I'm going to see Disclosure Day tonight. which I heard is not very good, but I don't know, I just wanna see it. I was watching Poltergeist recently, and Spielberg produced it, but he did not direct it. He produced it. The dude who made Texas Chainsaw Massacre directed that movie. But the thing about Spielberg movies that I was noticing is like every thing that he's a part of, it's just like it has his fingerprints all over it. That guy makes really good like Disney versions of sci-fi movies. Like he doesn't make movie to me, Spielberg doesn't make movies where you're just like I'm going to see something that is genuinely going to surprise me. He makes movies that are like you kind of know what you're going to get. You know what I mean? And there's kind of like there's a value to that. Like when you go to McDonald's, you know what the fish delight, as Trump would say. You know what the fish delight is going to taste like every time, okay? You know what the ice cream cone from McDonald's in the summertime is going to be like every time. It's not a surprise, but it delivers a very specific thing. And to me that's what Spielberg is. Like he's just like the McDonald's of um whatever you want to call it, high caliber filmmaking. Yes, he's a good filmmaker, but it's like I don't know. Like I'm still going to go see it, but there's part of me that is like this is going to be very dark and maybe negative to say. But there's part of me that kind of wants everyone over a certain age, everyone over this line should stop making movies. And what I'm really excited about is these Gen Z dudes. I saw Obsession and Backrooms recently. Obsession I thought was pretty good. I thought it was like a 3.5 out of 5 on my letterboxed. Maybe I'll post that in the description after this is over. It was a good movie, and I'm surprised that he stuck to that aspect ratio for the whole movie. I'm pretty inspired by that guy, Curry Barker. Back Rooms, on the other hand, I didn't really like it, but I thought he is a very good like visual artist. Conceptually, it was a very good movie. But you know what Backrooms reminded me of? It kind of reminded me of like, back in the day, SNL would have like a hit skit. They'd have a really popular skit that was just like every week it was just like a banger. And then sooner or later they would make a movie version of that skit. For me, that's what Backrooms felt like. It's like they really wanted to It's like they wanted to make a movie version of something that didn't really have that much meat on it, and they hired this, like, Hollywood screenwriter to do the script, and even he didn't know what he was talking about. The script is the worst part of that movie. The ending of that movie sucked my taint and my nutsack and other areas. I thought the writing of Backrooms was not very good. But that guy is a great visual artist, and what A24 needs to do is just give him a bunch of money and just be like, "Look, you do whatever you want. We're not gonna meddle this time. We're not gonna meddle with your ideas this time, okay?" That whole what's his name? Mark Duplass or whatever. I always get him confused with his brother, Mark or Jay Duplass. That whole part of the movie in Backrooms, I didn't need. I didn't need to see that at all. I thought that was like straight up garbage and just treating the audience like we were dum dums. And it was just stupid. He's just sitting in front of a he's got glasses and he's like, "Oh my god, the back rooms are happening." He's just like telling us information we don't need, you know? "Oh my god, I think I'm looking at the back rooms here." And then they try to do this like weird half-baked like it was an MRI machine and Something happened. Ooh, you know that LeBron James um gif where he's like, "Ooh," that's what Backrooms felt like to me. It was like, "Ooh." Ooh, I'm so scared. But yeah, how did I get started talking about obsession and Backrooms? Oh yeah, because I started talking about Steven Spielberg, and I think it's a very exciting time for film right now. If everyone over the age of 50 could just die and stop making movies. Okay, that was mean. I don't want to, you know. But seriously, if everyone over the age of 50, like, this is what was exciting to me about this whole moment in time. Clint Eastwood retired at 96 years old, okay? He should have retired like 4 decades ago. Okay, maybe that's too much, but you know what I mean. It's like, why have older people gotten so many opportunities? Why is a 20-year-old and a 26-year-old director getting an opportunity now? You know? It's like, I don't know, it feels like this moment in film history, the levees are breaking. Does that make sense? Do levees break? You know the Led Zeppelin song? When the whatever. It feels like the levees that are, that have been basically the older generations of filmmakers have been the levees. And that's why we've been getting shit, absolute dog shit in theaters for the last, like, decade. Every once in a while there's a hit or something. But it's like the older generation of filmmakers have that those are the levees holding, just keeping everyone back. And now these two dudes, these two young guys have proven that, people under the age, you know, th- under a certain age are capable. They can do stuff. It's very exciting, and I'm going to make this all about me right now. If any rich Jewish movie producers out there, you don't have to be Jewish. I just thought I would say that just to be a dick. But if any movie producers want to make a movie with me, I have several screenplays that are sitting in the shelf. Just take a chance, okay? Take a chance. You have seen what happened with Obsession. Now, I'm not promising you that you'll make any money back, but yeah, take a chance, dude. Take a chance. Street Players. I wrote a script a couple years ago. It was highly inspired by Pulp Fiction and the stand-up comedian Dave Chappelle. Check it out. It's available. It's on Amazon. If you guys are watching this and you want to read it, check it out. The problem with me is I can't, I cannot, no matter for the life of me, whenever I sit down to write a script and I'm like, okay, this is something that can't go over a certain budget, I just get too excited. I've done this like at least 10 times now. I sit down. It's usually at the beginning of summer. I always say to myself, I'm going to make a movie and it has to be low budget. I'm going to do the Robert Rodriguez thing. It's going to be, it's going to be two people in a room talking. But sooner or later, my brain is just, I don't know if it's like an ADHD thing. It just won't stop, dude. And then by the end of the movie is it's all this stuff that I cannot produce myself. Every script I've ever written is like this. It just goes off. It just becomes bananas. Um so yeah, that's why I thought the found footage stuff that Curry Barker did, very inspiring. Very inspiring. If you are a filmmaker right now, this is what I think needs to happen. People need to start just film your nutsack and just upload it to YouTube. Just film your balls and put it to YouTube. Everyone needs to see this, okay? We all We all want to see it. Don't even try to make it presentable. Don't even groom them. Just just hit upload. Just just hit record on your device and just upload it. Shout out to Homeostasis 360. Um, I'm trying to talk to people in the chat, but there's nobody, no one's talking. I asked this guy, "Where are you from in America?" No response. Nobody's talking. But I see there's a couple people, there's a few people watching for some reason. Tell me your thoughts, chat. What did you think of Obsession and Backrooms? I'm just killing time here because my movie starts in a few hours and I got nothing going on here. I'm gonna go see Disclosure Day. That's it, bro. I heard it's not good, but I'm still going because I want, I want to have fun. Disclosure Day. I hope maybe I will come back and for the next live, I will discuss how good or bad the movie was. Leave a comment. Leave a if you want me to talk about that below, leave a comment below. Yeah. I don't know. How's everyone doing in the chat, bro? No one's saying anything. You're just watching, but you're not saying. You're not saying a goddamn thing. I'm trying to think about what else I was trying to talk about. Oh yeah, let's do more movie talk, dude. Let's do more movie talk. I saw Masters of the Universe recently. It was all right. It was fun. It's it was okay. I saw the new Scary Movie. It wasn't very good, but if you're a fan, it was kind of funny. There's a couple of moments in there that truly made me giggle. They truly made me giggle. But other than that, it's like I said, man, I think we need to stop diving into nostalgia and we need to just do newer shit. I think audiences are craving new stuff. We all just collectively we all just want to see stuff that we've never seen before. And we're all craving this like 1970s film wave of um of just new voices. That's what I want to see, dude. I don't want to go to a theater and see, here's a poster with someone that was in a popular movie 20 years ago with, she doesn't even look like herself anymore. She has lip injections, shit in her cheeks. We're just pumping her full of chemicals so that we can milk this franchise. I know that was kind of mean, but that's how it is, It's that's we've gotten to a place now where we're just like, how long are we going to prop up these older generations uh and keep milking these franchises? I think I for one am done with that. I still saw it. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't pay to see the new Scary Movie. I saw I paid to see Masters of the Universe, and then I checked the show times, and then I saw Scary Movie was starting like right after. So I just did the old bing bang boom. I snuck in. I snuck in. I'm not gonna lie. I snuck into a movie like in the 70s. You just walk in, bro. Um yeah, you know what? I'm really hoping for an easy rider. I want the easy rider of my generation, you know? That movie spoke to everyone probably when it came out. And I think that's what everyone is hoping for. We're all secretly hoping for a new movie that covers all the topics, what we're all concerned about. We're all concerned about, AI is taking everyone's jobs. We're going to be living in a Great Depression. An AI influenced Great Depression where, you know, no one can find work. The water wars are going to be starting. Temperatures are going to be heating up. it's gonna get to a point where there's rolling blackouts because the more energy we need to use, it's like we're just gonna be damaging ourselves further and further. Where is the movie that covers this? And don't say Mad Max. Everyone always says, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be living in Mad Max. Watch Mad Max. Watch Fury Road and blah blah blah." I want to see a movie by like younger people that covers all this stuff that is like in our world. Don't get me wrong, those movies are good. I like Fury Road. Furiosa was one of my favorite movies of the past few years, but it's like, can we just see like an Easy Rider type movie? What happens to the youth when everything falls apart, you know? And like America is rebuilding itself. Tony Sokoliorovich 2640 says, "Hey, shout out to Tony. I'm gonna butcher that name. I I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sokoliorovich. Is that a real name or are you just joking around with me? It's okay." Well, I appreciate that you're giving me a bit of leeway here. All right. Um, a little of both. Yeah, it sounds kind of like a real um Eastern Europeanish name, but it's like real, but kind of like I don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking a bunch of crap here. Wow, I've been talking for like half an hour here. I'm just killing time, man. I got to eat dinner soon. My rule for myself right now it's 5:15 p.m. I don't eat after 6. I don't know if I've discussed this yet, but I don't eat after 6 p.m. I stopped eating after 6 p.m. a couple years ago. What are you going to have? I think I'm going to have some salmon and potato. Salmon and potatoes, bro. That's what I'm going to have. Protein. Maybe when I go to see the movie later on. Tony, you missed this, but I was talking about Disclosure Day. When I go see the movie tonight, I might have a little bit of popcorn, but usually I try to stop eating after 6 because he says, "I know." If you were here the whole time, my bad. Sorry. I'm just repeating myself now. Might be a sign to cut this shit short, huh? What do you say? But yeah, usually I try to stop eating after 6 because I noticed um everything in my life just improved. My sleep quality improved, my allergies improved. Everything just improved tenfold when I stopped eating after 6. And then the next day I'll eat at like 11 or noon. I try to prolong it as much as possible because I don't know, I just feel good, dude. And look up doctors on YouTube who talk about the intermittent fasting. What food do you like at the movies? Tony asks me. Um, I like popcorn, dude. I like popcorn, layered butter. I like white cheddar topping. Sometimes I don't know if you guys have this, but here in Canada we have ketchup, ketchup topping. I've I didn't know this until recently, but in Canada, this is unique to us. But in America, you guys don't have ketchup flavored chips. So I just grew up here, so this is what I like. Um, Shout out to Michael Jackson YouTube. He says hello. Hee hee. Dum 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 dum. Michael Jackson rules, dude. I think I made this point before, but Tony says I used to like the food at the movies. Why did you stop? Did you start having problems? Did you start having gastrointestinal problems? Michael Jackson YouTube says, "Do you think I'm real?" Hee hee. I just think you're a guy running a Michael Jackson fan account. And also, the name Michael is spelled wrong in your name. This is a pet peeve of mine. I'm glad that you've joined the chat, Michael Jackson YouTube, because I want to talk about this. This bothers me. It really bothers me. I detest, I cannot stand when people spell Michael with the other way. Michael Jackson. It's Mike AEL. It just bugs me, dude. Tony says, "Yup, I found out I can't have gluten." Do you know what's interesting about that? I went gluten free for like a year once just to see if I could do it, and I noticed my gut health, what it improved a little bit. But here is the funny thing about going gluten free that a lot of gluten free people don't like to talk about. But um, desserts and shit like that. Basically, desserts, all good desserts are they just have gluten. Oh, sorry. Homeostasis says, "Do you guys see my comments?" Uh, yes, I see the comment. If you don't mind me asking, what is your profession? You know what? I am gonna go ahead and respectfully decline because I don't want to dox myself here. Okay. I do a little bit of this and a little bit of that, just so you know. That's my. I work at the company of doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. If you catch my drift, I have an OnlyFans. I have a huge cock. I'm just kidding. So, um, yeah, I do work. Okay, I do odd jobs. So you got to know. I'm not a. All you got to know about me is that things are not going well. That's why I'm on YouTube and I'm live here. I think what I'm gonna do is literally I'm gonna try to go to the Curry Barker route. I'm gonna make a movie and try to get attention to this movie. I'm gonna try to get eyeballs to the movie, and hopefully it gets picked up and try to sell it, and maybe that'll be my job. Because I think as the society collapses even further, um, you gotta follow your dreams. You have no other option but to follow your dreams. What was I talking about? I was talking about gluten. Right. So the thing about gluten-free people, this is a contradiction, okay? When people say they go gluten-free, they're like, "Oh, I'm healthier," right? But the thing is, look at any gluten-free dessert. It's they will add way more sugar in it and on top of it to accommodate to balance the fact that gluten-free products usually taste like shit. The year that I went gluten-free, there was a bakery. You know what? I'll just say it. Downtown Toronto, where I live, there was a bakery called Bunner's Bakery. If you're ever in town, I can't believe I'm doing a free ad for these people, but I was addicted to Bunner's Bakery because they make incredible cinnamon rolls. Okay, these cinnamon rolls are famous. They're world famous. I don't know if that's true. I just made that up, but if you're ever in town, it's at Kensington Market, okay? Now, I used to buy like entire boxes of these things and just eat them. Just eat them. Eat them. Holland, eat them. Eat them cheese. So, and then I realized I was actually not being healthy at all because what they would do is they load the top of the cinnamon roll with like this delicious cream cheese frosting that has 9 million grams of sugar to accommodate for the fact that flour is missing. And it's just like, you think you're being healthy, but you're like, you don't realize you're just like, wow, I'm eating a dessert that tastes like cardboard, but it's very sweet. So I think it tastes good, but in reality, it doesn't. The other thing that bothers me about gluten free products? I've never tasted a good pizza that is gluten free. The year that I went gluten free, I tried gluten free pizza. It tastes like the cardboard box that pizza usually gets delivered in. To me, if you eat a gluten-free pizza and you take a bite out of the cardboard box that it gets delivered in, there's no discernible difference. You're just eating cardboard year round. Year round. That doesn't make any sense, but yeah. Michael Jackson YouTube says, "Dude, I'm just Michael Jackson's grandson." Hee hee. Got to be there. Got to be there in the morning when she says do 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 do. Tony Sokolirovich says his profession is watching people. Can't argue with that. My profession, I go to the movies a lot, so I guess you could say my profession is watching people. That's what I do for a living. I watch movies. What else? What else are people saying in the chat? Homeostasis 360 says, "Okay, I respect that." Oh, is it because I refuse to talk about um what I do for a living? I don't do anything, dude. I don't do anything. I'm just a guy on YouTube, bro. 36 minutes in. Wow, I didn't think I would go for this long, to be honest with you. I just thought I would be here for like 5 or 10 minutes, but I appreciate you guys for joining in. I think I'm going to wind down here. I'm going to start winding down now. I'm starting to get hungry. I just walked several miles and I just hit the heavy bag for many hours. It's 5:30 right now. I started doing this at like 1 o'clock. So, yeah, I'm starting to get hungry. I'm in a calorie deficit, bro. um, anyway, thank you for watching. That is so early. What is so early? What do you mean? Liam Meyer says that is so early. Do you mean ending the live? Like, what do you mean? Elaborate for us. I'm gonna stay just to talk to you, Liam. Liam Meyer. Enjoy your dinner. Wait, I'm trying to hear what Liam Meyer is gonna tell me. That is so early. What do you mean by that? My dinner time? Or ending the live stream? Tony Sokoliorovich 2640 says, who knows? Oh, he says, I'm talking about outside because it's literally. What do you mean? I still don't know what you're talking about, dude. All right, I'm gonna go eat dinner.